Is this really what we want to see down Pennsylvania Avenue? I want to bring in a military expert, a veteran, and a former U.S. Marine. He's with the New Jersey Veterans Network. Michael Bohl is with me. Michael, welcome to Chasing News. How are you?
How are you, Bill? Thank you for having me.
So I want to ask you, part of me feels like, hey, man, this is a great idea. Let's celebrate our veterans. Let's show the world how much pride we take in our military. Why is it not a great idea?
I think honoring our troops would be more important than honoring our hardware and having a big display. Our troops need to be honored, and people in this country need to recognize how important it is to have our troops recognized for all the wonderful things that they've done for us.
Let me ask you, Michael, the parade aside, this whole idea over the last few years, it's almost like there's a guilt in America. It always has rubbed me the wrong way when people thank a vet. Hey, thanks for your service. I appreciate that. There's almost something hollow about that people are doing it almost like they're wearing a ribbon or it's an awareness campaign. Is that really what veterans want, or do they want a functioning VA? Do they want a government that actually makes them whole financially when they come back from war? They don't want to be homeless. They want to have a good job, right?
I agree with you, but veterans also want people to understand that buying a support the troops sticker or something like that is not really helping a veteran. What you need to do is go out there and show veterans that you care and earn their trust and be a part of their lives. And that's where people lose focus. They think that just spending money on a charity is really going to help a veteran. It's not going to. You
Michael,
need to be involved in their lives.
Last point on the parade before I got to bring in the panel. I just want to ask you, why not show off the hardware? Isn't it better that we've got hardware that can do the job and save a life? I'd rather see a drone hit blowing up a terrorist than have to commit guys on the ground, right?
I'm the first one to say that it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool thing. However, like I said before, I feel that focusing our attention towards our troops and more towards the hardware would be more rewarding for our men and women that are out there fighting for us.
Okay, Michael, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Semper Fi.
Thank you for having me. Hoorah to you. Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our A-plus panel. Jeanette Hoffman is with me, political strategist, and Peter Brown, councilman in Linden. Jeanette, I'm going to start with you. I love the idea of American-made hardware coming down Pennsylvania Avenue, showed our enemies that we're serious, and not only was Trump serious about having a bigger button than works, but this is what's coming your way if you stand in our way.
Right, and I absolutely agree that President Trump has the right intention here. He strongly supports our military, including fully funding our military. And I think this is what this parade is all about. President Trump was in Paris for Bastille Day. He saw what they did there, and he said, why can't we have this strong display of support for our military? So I'm all for it. Obviously, we have to look at the logistics, make sure we're not spending too much taxpayer dollars in our military.
Peter, isn't this right down the right? This is like Teddy Roosevelt, right? We speak softly, we carry a big stick. And don't we have to show the stick and say, look, we mean business?
You don't need to show the stick. I think everyone in the world knows the stick that America carries. But I agree to Michael's point is that, you know what, if we're going to do a parade, let's do a parade honoring our vets, honoring our military, honoring the men and women of our military. Let's just do that. I'd rather see that than see our hardware. We don't need to show what we have. I mean, let's think about it. When we see pictures of North Korea, Russia, we have our own intelligence that's looking at what are their capabilities.
This is a president
Why are we
who
going
is
to show what we have?
unconventional and wants to do something different. He wants to show our strong support for our military, for our hardware, for investing in our military. And I think that's what this is all about.
You've got the Macy's parade, you've got the Mummers parade. Don't you think it's time we had a serious parade that talked about the men and women who are serving the country and the weapons and the tools they use to fight for liberty across the globe?
In today's political climate, when people are taking a knee during the national anthem, I don't think we can support our military enough. And I think it's a very important symbolic gesture.
So then to Michael's point, let's celebrate the men and women and not the hardware.
Absolutely.
Well,
and I think we can do
volunteer
both.
to help shine those missiles up as they march down Pennsylvania Avenue. We're ready. All right. Thanks, guys.